No, look, if I'm honest, I'm sick of hearing about it. I respect Horner a little bit. And, you know, yes, we've broken cost cap, but the main reason for that is because one of his drivers put Piastri in the wall back in Zandvoort. Now, I've also recklessly overspent, but, you know, Zandvoort did not help the situation. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari. It is the second last race of our time at Ferrari. It is Las Vegas, where I believe we have never lost in the previous 3 seasons. So, can we go back to back? That would be huge if we could, wouldn't it? Now, there's nothing really left to play for in the championships. If I just move myself over a little bit here so you can see, we're going to finish second in the constructors, and we're going to finish third and fourth in the drivers. Yeah, no, I think Piastri is pretty much safe now. So it is purely just down for glory. We just want to win as many races as we can. We've only got 2 left, so let's hope we can get one of extra wins here. Now let's go and have a look at the Vegas track. It is going to be dry, as you would expect in the desert. So red is sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow sector yellow sector 2, blue sector 3. Is that different to normal, or am I just out of it today? I am actually out of it today. I feel quite sick. There is the track map. It is Spider Pig, as it was so wonderfully pointed out at the time when this circuit was first developed. Top speed, acceleration, and low speed cornering is what you want. Only a 20-second pit stop loss. We haven't had a safety car or a virtual safety car in the 3 seasons here so far, and we've seen it's just a one-stop. That has always worked, and it's probably going to be the same this season. Although the soft tire is maybe okay. The thing that so we have won this every season so far. Giovinazzi looking to win it for a 3rd time, which puts you in like legendary status if you win the same race 3 times in 4 years, doesn't it? So that's that. But yeah, what I was saying is that we've seen before that it's just a DRS train, this track, so you don't really want to make an extra stop, because if you come out in traffic, you just get stuck and you can't go anywhere. You can't get overtake done. So yeah, it depends where we qualify, I suppose, won't it? So we want to reach Q3, qualifying someone in the top 4. Yes, and we should be reaching Q2 just as a matter of principle. Fastest lap is what they want, and someone in the top 4. I'd like to think we could do that. And we need both cars in the top 6 in qualifying, 1 in the top 6 in the race, and we'll get some more non-cost cap money into the bank. It's really frustrating because we've got 50 million down here to spend, so it is annoying. But the whole point of cost cap was so teams like Ferrari couldn't just spend their way out of trouble, isn't it? So yeah, it's really annoying though when you're the one that it's holding back. All right, let's go to Vegas. So there we go. We get 3 cracks at free practice here. So I'll go and do that. Hopefully nail a setup. No crashes because we have no spare parts, as we know, and we're going to have even less spare parts for the next year. I think we're actually going to have to downgrade some of the parts that are on. So yeah, this is probably our last chance to win. So let's hope we can do it. All right, if you're seeing this, I have hit record this time. So progress has been made. So Q1, let's have a look at free practice. Now, first thing you'll notice, lots and lots of penalties. Now, I'm slightly concerned. If you have a look here, we have old engine parts in, so not a surprise that we're down the bottom given it's a power circuit. But the amount of penalties, I've got to say, I'm very concerned that we've brought a spoon to a gunfight here in terms of our engines, because everybody's going to be that much quicker if they got new engine parts. And yes, they'll start back from us, but yeah, I'm slightly concerned. But free practice went okay in the sense that our setup is more or less there. So we'll put in the what we have left of engine parts, and Q1 I think will be okay. But obviously, as I said, I'm a little bit nervous just exactly how good everybody else's engines are compared to ours. Now, Giovinazzi's not too bad. He is probably our chance to win the race. Piastri, now, of course, we know that he got sent into the wall by George Russell at Zandvoort. He did also put himself in the wall. The ERS is the problem. But he also put himself in the wall at Austin, of course, and that really hurt. He was in a really good position for engine parts, and then he did that and was in suddenly a very bad position. So let's go see if Q1 is doable. Alright, so indeed, Q1 was absolutely fine. Carlos Sainz, way clear of everybody, but 4th and 7th for us in amongst all the penalties. Sainz, unfortunately, though, does not take a penalty. Those going out, Sergio Perez, not sure what's going on there. It's very real life, that one, isn't it? And we can see the others there, no real surprises. So let's go to Q2. Alright, so, like an idiot, at least I'm recording, but I forgot to show you the laps, so it's going well. Now, toe. Toe is king, 1st and 2nd with a toe, and that is hopefully going to be a good thing. Russell's managed to slot in between us there, but yeah, so I'll remember to show you the laps. We'll do both laps in Q3, But yeah, we sent out same set of tyres, both cars, and that was pretty good. So Q3, here we come. Alright, so let's see if I can get the timing right on this, more or less straight away, and we should have them close on track. We do. And let's go and have a look at sector times. We'll jump on board here in a second. Now this is Piastri's lap. He's the car that's second in the line. Hopefully, now both cars have new tyres on as well, because we did both Q1 and Q2 on the same set of tyres. We have sort of 2 sets of fresh tyres for qualifying, then we still have 2 for the race as well. So that is all looking okay. Now we know that a lot of the cars that are in this session with us all have penalties. So it could well be, even if we don't actually qualify first and second, or towards the front, Giovinazzi's actually done a faster first sector than Piastri. Now this is probably where the tow will really come into play, is down this back straight here down the strip, but we'll see. Someone's gone purple ahead of us there. But yeah, so it's Gasly of all people. So purple for Piastri. So yeah, we'll see here. Both cars will have a sort of a good chance to do a good second lap as well, as Piastri does indeed.
Currently P2.
Go ahead. And what's the gap there? We're looking at about 0.3 to Magnussen. So we'll go and change the tyres and send Piastri out to give the tow. Alright, so Giovinazzi, we're out a little bit earlier to try and get clear track, which I'm not actually sure is going to work out for us. And Norris has put himself in between both our cars. So it's not quite worked out for Giovinazzi here at all. The Aston Martin he put itself in the wall and get out of the way there. Now the concern here is that Piastri is going to give a big tow down the back straight here to Norris. Norris is currently 6th behind Giovinazzi. Although he's dropping off the back of him, isn't he? So let's hope. Maybe Norris can be a pal here and give the big tow. I think he's going to, you know. I think Giovinazzi might actually be okay here, because he's going to get the tow off of Norris rather than Piastri. Now, Piastri has gone faster in the first sector. Surprisingly, without a draft, not faster in the second sector. Giovinazzi's gone purple, though. And is Lando Norris going to do us a big, big favour here? Gasly is currently quickest, so Piastri's not going to beat that, I wouldn't have thought. But Giovinazzi, he can! And by a quarter of a second, almost 0.3 of a second, goes pole. So, let's go and see if anybody else is going to get close to that. Leclerc's on a decent lap. Stroll's on a decent lap. Leclerc has got himself ahead of Piastri. And where's Verstappen here? Stroll's on a good one. Where's Stroll? I've lost him. He hasn't gone faster. So Giovinazzi will start from pole. So that's very nice. And then with penalties, Piastri will essentially be right behind him in third. So that is all very, very nice. Haas into Q3. Wow. End of day stuff. All right, let's go and see the strategy. Now, given that we are starting first and third, I mean, it is kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? There is a small part of me that wonders if you'd go medium, soft. But I just don't think that's worth doing. Sort of stick with what's worked for the last 4 years. And if I could click on strategy, that would help, wouldn't it? So I think we go with that. And yeah, let's see if we can do 4 from 4 at Vegas. That would be something, wouldn't it? Alright, welcome back. A McLaren on the front row. I think that's the first time we've seen that in this series, isn't it? Now we'll get an idea here of where everybody else is starting as well. And De Vries is 7th. So everybody, no one's dropped back that far, in truth. So we'll speed things up here. We'll tell them not to defend. And as we've seen before, the key to Vegas is just very much stay in the queue. Just stay in the queue and make sure that that you're in the queue, really. So I don't see a sense in necessarily burning up tyres here, because we're in the queue. I'm not even sure we need to necessarily deploy, if I'm completely honest. Save the battery for in laps and out laps. So yeah, I mean, it's 50 laps, so it's not that much in terms of laps, but it is a fairly long lap. And yeah, there's already a little bit of a gap opening up to Norris. So is there a chance the front 3 here can sprint clear? I mean, that would be useful, wouldn't it? Alright, do we redeploy? Alright, let's re-engage, and let's see if we can sprint clear a little bit. So if we break the DRS to Norris, once it's broken, it's probably difficult to get back, I would have thought. If we go off-board. Yeah, there is a bit of a gap there, isn't there? Now, the issue, I probably should have decided to do this a little bit earlier, was that the detection point's on the exit of turn 1 here. And it's 0.7, 0.6 of a second. Yeah, see, you just draft back up. That's always the problem, isn't it? You are just better off just saving everything and using it at the end. Now, we're actually just about losing Gasly to the DRS. It's so tempting, but I just don't think it's particularly worth it. But there is a slight chance that we might be able to run away with this as a 2. As Norris has got ahead of Gasly, but is 4.4 seconds back. What we're doing is the car behind right now is saving fuel, because obviously the draft will sort of keep them up if they lift, even if they lift a little bit earlier. So that is all good, but we have broken DRS to those cars behind. So that's a massive bonus. Verstappen and Russell are sort of buried in the pack a little bit. So yeah, although Norris is catching up again now. Alright, so we really are just kind of walking away with this right now. Piastri did a good lap last time up, but everybody else is in the 41s. We're in the 40s, more or less. Piastri just a smidge underneath, but 3 seconds now back to Norris. It's getting to the point where only our pit crew can ruin it for us. Let's not jinx it. There could be a safety car at some point, of course. It is a straight track with lots of walls, so that could come back in. But yeah, we're just sort of harvesting up. It's just our usual Vegas race, except there's absolute daylight behind us. Look at that. That's incredible. Okay, so we've got slight concerns. Leclerc has, not concerns, we're still 4.5 seconds clear, but Leclerc has got his way through. Now, Leclerc was one of the ones that took penalties, I'm pretty sure. So we've just got to be aware of his times. It looks like he and Magnussen have dropped Gasly and Norris now, so they might be coming for us. We're more or less matching their lap times now. Of course, we have a lot in the tank that we can use here. You know, we're still saving fuel with the car that's coming second. Both batteries are fully charged, so there's no need for us to panic at all. But yeah, just got to keep half an eye on that now. All right, I mean, this really is just a Ferrari procession. There's 6.5 seconds back. I've just told them to stop fighting each other because I want Giovinazzi to save up a little bit of extra fuel here. The plan, given tyre wear, and we know that Piastri struggles a little bit more on that front than Giovinazzi, is that Piastri will come in first and then Giovinazzi the next lap. But, I mean, lap times, let's have a look here. 40s, mid-40s, and let's wait for Leclerc to come across. We're still just, you know, a tenth or two faster than everybody else. We're just building out the gap, and it can only be the pit stops or a safety car that can ruin this for us. But we've almost got a big enough gap now that even with a safety car, we'd probably lose out a little bit with the second car, but we could still maybe get a stop done. And yeah, it's just, look, everybody else, look at this mini-map. Everybody else is all bunched up together, and we're just absolutely cruising out front. Magnificent stuff, isn't it? Alright, now just one thing maybe to keep half an eye on here. George Russell started on a soft, has just come in, put on a hard, which means he's probably trying to go to the end. Now, he's currently 28 seconds behind us. Now, we know a Red Bull's quick. He took an engine penalty, so we've just got to keep a little bit of an eye on that. It should be okay, but there might be an undercut there for him potentially. But I think we've got it covered. It shouldn't be a problem. But we will just need to keep just half an eye on that, as that Verstappen Stroll has nicked our fastest lap, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, it's just cars that are, you know, they're still stuck behind you. Gasly, Stroll are all still in that little bit of a battle there. So pit window is approaching, so it won't be too much longer, and we'll be coming back for pit stops. Alright, now K-Mag has just come in. There are some stops happening now. It's a little early, I would have thought. And we do have a 7-second gap. So unless they start pumping in fastest laps in the sort of 30, like qualifying laps, basically, we're going to be okay. But they might end up... we don't want them coming back into our DRS, right? So we've got to try and make sure that that isn't happening. But he's come out ahead of Russell, only just. So he's probably covering that off. But it should be okay. Russell did a 39, so he was about half a second faster than us, which isn't going to be enough because he was buried back in the field a little bit. Okay, so we are on Piastri's in-lap, and Giovinazzi will be stopping the lap after that. Russell is taking a little bit of time out of us, but 20 seconds we know was the gap that we needed. So 39.1 is what sort of the fresh tyres are doing. So it is a second and a bit. We don't want to be out here for too long, losing that much time. But again, as long as the pit stops are clean, then that's a big if for us, isn't it? But as long as they're clean, it should be not a problem. We know we've got full batteries, so we can deploy if we need to try and keep everybody out of our DRS. But let's jump on board here with Piastri, and if you've got something, cross it. We can get clean stops. Come on, off on. Oh no! Oh no! 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 We lost 4 seconds. It should still get us out ahead of Russell. Does it? But he's going to be right there. He's not right there. Okay, so it's okay. It is okay. What is going to have happened is we're going to lose the back of Giovinazzi here, aren't we? Giovinazzi's going to be 4 odd seconds down the road, assuming that he does get a good stop. Oh, I'll be looking forward to seeing the back of this Ferrari pit crew, I tell you. So Piastri is still sort of front of the stoppers, which is the main thing. Here we go with Giovinazzi. Off, on, go. That's more like it. So, yeah, he's going to be well clear here is Giovinazzi, which is a shame for Piastri. It says it's 7 seconds. It's not going to be quite that. But it's going to be, yeah, 3 odd seconds. So, it could be a little... We've just got to keep an eye on Russell here. Let's deploy. Let's send Piastri up the road here. I don't want Russell getting too close to the back of us. He's doing 39.7s. I don't necessarily want to catch Giovinazzi. Though I wouldn't be against it, just to get the DRS going back and forth. But we've just got to keep an eye on Russell here, because we know the Red Bulls are quick, don't we? We do not want them catching up to our DRS. So he did the fastest lap there, 38.6, and then Russell's just gone faster again, only just. But Russell is a threat. The threats are sort of all up and down. Everybody else, though, is too far back, I think, to threaten us too much. Excuse me. We are going to catch Giovinazzi, which means we can start working together again, so that's not a bad thing. And in fact, that gap's just gone out again, hasn't it? I wonder if it was a real big push lap from Russell. This lap could be key. I think we're just about in DRS there. So this lap could be key. It was Russell doing some big push laps, and now he's going to have to back off a little bit. Let's have a look here. So a 37 and a 39. So yeah, I think we might, don't say it too loudly, we might have him covered. But obviously a 37 is not our natural pace either. That was us really going for it. So normal service resumed, hopefully. Let's hope we can continue to cruise to another 1-2. Okay, well, I mean, there's not much going on. If I'm completely honest, there's not much going on. The gap is coming down a little bit, so maybe we will need to start and re-engage ourselves here in a minute, because Sainz and Russell have broken clear. What are their lap times? So they are currently going quicker than we are. But I mean, they are running out of laps, and we are in quite a good position. Now we're telling Piastri right now not to fight. We might take that off so that we can start and slingshot each other down the straights. I mean, 6 seconds is still a very nice gap. It was out to 7.5, 8 seconds. But we've done all the saving we need to do. Tyres are in a good place. We've got full batteries, so we really do have everything that we need. Pit stops are done, so they can't ruin it for us. And yeah, what we'll do is the last sort of 2 laps, we'll sort of let them go and they can fight out for the win. But unless something kind of weird happens, I think I'll just probably see you back for the last couple of laps, because this is literally what it is, just driving around. I don't know where everybody else is today. It's very, very strange. Alright, so we are coming around with 4 laps to go. Now, I'm going to take this out of my hands. We're going to put ERS Battle Assist on so that I can't affect that. We're going to tell them both they can push on their tyres, although in truth, Piastri's going to be a little bit more careful than what Giovinazzi does. Leclerc has done his best. He was, for a little while, a couple of tenths a lap closing in on us, a couple of tenths a lap quicker. But ultimately, he hasn't got our pace to be able to have kept that up. And the gap never got down closer than, it never got inside 4 seconds. It was always fairly comfortable there. So now, we have our 2 boys battling out for the win. So, we've got a little bit of extra petrol we can use here. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. Now, I'm assuming ERS Battle Assist will mean that it just basically gives the AI driver that they can deploy it when they want. There's a part of me that thinks, should we go and try and get our fastest lap back? But ultimately, we just want a 1-2, don't we? I was a little worried that Brazil might have been our last win, but unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong here, we are going to get 1 more win, and we'll have a chance to win 3 in a row to finish off the series. We've never done well. I've never done well in anything around the Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi there, so I don't suspect we'll do very well there again. But a 1-2 is a very nice place to be, isn't it? But yeah, it's very, very strange. Nobody has been anywhere near us. I suspect what might have happened is, because you look where because it was Gasly, wasn't it? It was behind us early on. I suspect in Norris as well, that what maybe happened is the guys that had the new engines and that were quick, that were sort of should have been up there with us, that perhaps they got sort of stuck in a DRS train, which enabled us to pull a gap, and then they've just not been able to pull it back. So the fact that no one's pulled it back and we are still pulling away, it does make you think that we probably, even if nobody did take penalties, we probably did have it covered. But yeah, it's certainly been just a strange race. We've never, this is our 4th race here at Vegas now, and it's always been like a 5, 6, 7 car DRS train at the front, hasn't it? And we've just not seen that this time. So yeah, I don't know if that's just down to our car being that much better. I suspect probably not, because I don't think our car is that much better. It certainly hasn't been recently. But yeah, we've got fairly old engine parts as well. But here we go, on to the final lap. Let's jump on board with Giovinazzi. And I think this battle assist is not very good, is it? Go and deploy. And that is going to be Giovinazzi past Piastri, is it? Yes. So we'll jump on board with the second car always. And well, it's going to come down to this last straight. You would maybe rather be Piastri right now. This is it. This is for the win. Down the Las Vegas Strip. Who is going to get into this last sequence of corners first? Piastri is in a pretty good position if he wants to send the lines. Just don't take each other out, guys. Oh, Jesus. It's not quite happened for Piastri on this occasion. It's going to be Giovinazzi that comes across to lead a Ferrari 1-2 at Vegas. Giovinazzi, for the 3rd time, has won around Las Vegas. And, well, that's a very, very dominant display from us, isn't it? So, wonderful stuff. Giovinazzi first, Piastri second. Piastri's stop didn't help him, and I think he maybe had to use his tyres up a little bit just to break clear of George Russell there. But ultimately, I think Giovinazzi probably deserved that, didn't he? Yeah, Haas have got some points. I think that might even be their first points of the season, so well done to them. Bottas is up there as well. So a bit of a strange one. No retirements. And Yeah, well, there we go. Excellent stuff. So the Drivers' Championship, it is, it's too late for us to move, but that is Giovinazzi. It was already secured, I think, in third, wasn't it? And, Piastri fourth, so that's done. And the Constructors, well, we were far and away the best team on this day, so well done to us. Quick update of the pit stop one as well. Giovinazzi's stop was okay. We are currently only 5 points. That really hurt us that race, and then Alpine have gone from well behind to 4 points, 5 points in front. So maybe that's where it all comes down to in Abu Dhabi. We just keep making as many pit stops as possible to try and get two good ones and get ahead of Alpine again. But could we get second in the pit stop competition? That's unbelievable. We're so bad, yet kind of good at well. So there we go. There is one race left in Forza Ferrari. It's Abu Dhabi. How bad is the car? This is not going to be pretty. So they both need it. Can they both have one? Yes, they can. So they've just. Oh wait, no, we can't both have them. Can we? Oh no, we can. Okay, so that's fine. And then Piastri, so he doesn't get. He'll have to have the old front wing. That's unfortunate for him, but it's only fair. Piastri is behind in the championship, so that's usually how it works, isn't it? And we've got plenty of those rear wings as well. So we've got out of that, not as long as there's no crashes in Abu Dhabi, it's not worked out too badly on that front. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed that one. I'll see you for the final race. It'll be tomorrow, being Monday. And yeah, and then I believe all the new game comes out ready for Tuesday. So don't know if Aussie Villain Racing will start straight away, but there'll be something for the new game, that's for sure. Take care.